Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. In today's video, I am super excited to share with all of you part 2 of my Sephora VIB haul, along with a big giveaway, so definitely stick around until the end of today's video. If you haven't already, please check out part 1. I go through a lot of products in that video, provide my initial impressions of them. For today's haul, we have several more new products to go through. So first off, we have actually this Dior Illuminating Face Palette. So if you guys watched part 1, you might actually be surprised because I mentioned in part 1 that this palette, which I purchased, was actually lost in the mail along with most of my initial order from Sephora. So that was really sad. I ended up basically going back to Sephora in person and buying as many of the products as possible. But this one at that point had already been sold out, both in person and online. So I kind of resigned myself to not having this palette. But then lo and behold, a few days after I filmed part 1, this actually arrived in the mail with my original package. It basically just got lost, but ended up still arriving. And so here it is. I will show you guys swatches and initial demo of this palette today. In addition, I finally got the famous Dior Addict Lip Oil. So I got this in shade Mahogany. So this is, I think, the deepest shade that they have. This lip gloss has been super viral lately, so I finally bit the bullet and decided to pick it up. I also picked up the Clarins Lip Oil in the shade Cherry. So I was going back and forth for a long time between these two products because, as you can see, they're kind of similar. The Clarins has been advertised as a dupe for the Dior. At least a lot of people have been comparing these two. So I watched a lot of those comparison videos, tried to make a decision, but ended up deciding just to buy both of them. So I'll demo both of them for you guys today and possibly film an actual dedicated video to these two after I've had a chance to really experiment with the formulas more. So definitely let me know if you guys are interested in that. And then in addition, I also have this LYS lip liner in the shade Rise Above. This is a berry lip liner. And then finally, I have this blush and highlighter duo from Saie. So this includes their Glowy Super Gel in Star Glow, which is a universal champagne shade. I'm not actually usually a huge fan of liquid highlights, but this one has been highly endorsed by Morgan Turner and other influencers, so I thought I would give it a shot. And then for a while now, I've been really intrigued by the Saie blushes. So this is their Rosy shade. And I actually originally was thinking of getting this in the Spicy shade, which is more of a warm terracotta, but I couldn't pass up this deal to get both this and the highlighter, and I've heard just such amazing things about this formula. So those are the new products I'll be demoing today. But then in addition to these, because of that Sephora order that ended up arriving a bit late, I have a bunch of duplicate products, and so that's what inspired me to do today's giveaway. So let me quickly run through those products as well. So first off, very excitingly, I have the Dior Rosy Glow Backstage Highlighter. This is in the pink shade. So I'm not going to open this because, of course, I don't want to tamper with this one, but this is the other one that I have. And if you want to see this demoed, I show this off in the part 1 of my Sephora VIB haul, so definitely check that out. But you'll be able to get this in the giveaway. In addition, I have the Kaja Beauty Bento in Chocolate Dahlia. This is a really cute little palette. I recently actually took this with me traveling. It's a very nice neutral color story. It has a champagne shimmer, a taupey matte, and a deeper chocolate matte. And it's in this very cute, very compact format. So I also demoed this in my previous haul video, so definitely check it out there. And then we also have the Milk Hydro Grip Primer. This has been a very viral primer as well. Lots of dupes on the market too. And similarly, I have this showcased in my part 1 haul. Basically, these were the 3 products where once I thought the original order was lost, I went to Sephora in-store and picked up additional versions. So that's what's over here. And then also in the giveaway will be another one of these LYS lip liners. So I have 2 of these, one of which I will demo with you guys today, and then the other one I will leave untouched for the giveaway winner. In addition to those items, I have some other items that I've been stockpiling for a while to give to you guys. So first off, we have these 2 complexion sticks from Merit Beauty. So depending on your complexion, I can either give you both of these, one of these, or neither of these. So whoever's the winner can let me know what they would like. So these are the foundation sticks from Merit Beauty. This is what they look like. So I have 2 of these. One of these is in my skin tone. So this is the shade Sand over here, which I'll also demo for you guys today. And then I also have this in the shade Amber, and I basically use this as a cream bronzer. It works pretty well on my skin tone for that purpose. So those are the 2 shades that I have extras of. So if you guys are the winner, definitely let me know if you want one of these or both of these, if they will work for your skin tone. In addition, I have this lip cushion from M Cosmetics in the shade Faded Clementine. So this is one of my all-time favorite lip formulas. So I have my version over here. This is what the packaging looks like, very clean and simple. And this is a really beautifully hydrating lip balm formula that is extremely pigmented, as you can see here. So Faded Clementine is a really perfect summery shade. It's a really nice orangey red. So I really enjoy this and can't wait to share this with one of you guys as well. And then we also have in this giveaway this highlighter trio from Danessa Myricks. So this is basically the 3 highlights that came in her Lightwork Volume 3 palette. Sorry, 4 highlights actually. So it's basically these 4 over here. So you don't have the other shades, but just these 4 here. And since I already have this full size, that's why I decided I want to give away the little mini one that has the 4 highlights. So that will also be going into the giveaway. And then the final product is this Benefit They're Real Magnet Mascara. So I've never used this. This is the only product in this giveaway that I do not have in my existing collection, but I just don't really wear mascara that much. If you guys follow me, you know that I've tried a lot of mascaras. They really don't do much for my lashes. And so instead of opening this, trying this, and kind of putting it to the back of my drawer again, I figured it'd be better to put this in a giveaway for you guys. So that's it for the giveaway products. Definitely stay tuned to the end of this video if you are interested in entering that. But without further ado, let's get into today's look. So first off, just because I want to demo some of these giveaway products for you guys, I will put this Hydro Grip primer on half of my face because, to be frank, I'm still kind of evaluating this primer. I used this for the first time in my part 1 Sephora VIB sale haul. So again, please check out that video if you haven't already and you're interested. But I'm just going to put this on the right side of my face today just so we can see if it makes any difference. I was motivated to buy this because I've heard really great reviews about this product, and I tried a sample and it seemed to make my foundation stay a bit better and apply a bit more smoothly, and so I figured the Sephora VIB sale would be a good chance to try it out. Here you can see it on this side of my face and nothing on this side. I just have my normal skincare routine. My skin, even though it's normally dry, is actually feeling pretty hydrated today because it's been raining a lot. So I'm not sure if it's going to do a lot on my skin today, but let's see. So next I'm going to apply some of this Merit Foundation Concealer Stick. This is actually one of my favorite products to take whenever I go traveling. So I don't actually wear this that much on an everyday basis, but whenever I am traveling, this is always in my travel makeup bag, because it's just so convenient to swipe this product on, and it also just travels very easily because it's not a liquid, so you don't have to worry about it breaking or about any like liquid limits or anything like that. So I'm just going to go in with my BK Beauty 101 brush, and usually when I travel I actually just blend this in with my fingers because it's super easy to do that, but for today's video, I'm just going to blend it in with a brush because we are not traveling. But I do also have a video showcasing a full face of Merit Beauty products, including this stick in case you guys are interested in a more in-depth review. So there we go, really quick and easy. As you can see, this leaves kind of a light medium to medium finish if you just apply one layer over the face. Next, I'm gonna go in with Amber as my bronzer for today. This is a deeper shade of the same stick, so it's not really advertised as being a contour or bronzer, but I find this formulation is just so easy to use and blends in so easily that I do enjoy just using this instead of going in with a different formula for bronzer. And this is my BK Beauty 107 brush, by the way. So I went off camera to do brows, concealer, and eyes. As always, the products will be linked down below. In case you're curious how I did today's eye look, basically I went into Divine Rose 1 from Pat McGrath and used Velouria along with this Mahogany shade in my crease area. And then I went in with this golden shimmery shade from Moonlit Seduction all over the lids and added a little bit of this plummy shade in the crease area as well. And then for the lower lash line, I went back in with these two shades and then added this dual chrome in the inner 2/3. So now let's go into one of these lip glosses. I want to go in with this Clarins one right now. So this has a really large doe foot applicator. So both this and the Dior are supposed to be quite similar in terms of the large doe foot, which is part of why people have compared them so much. So let's try this out. Whew. Definitely has a very strong candy fragrance to it. Wow, very glossy, very pretty. Interesting. So I put on the Dior earlier today, so I can already give you guys some initial impressions. So both of these are very glossy. I would say the Clarins is actually a little bit more glossy on initial application. This is the cherry shade, which also has more pigmentation than Mahogany. And this one is a little bit lighter, feels a little bit more like a lip oil, and has a stronger fragrance and flavor to it. This one has a really strong candy fragrance and flavor, whereas this one has a slightly more subtle minty vanilla one, where the vanilla predominates over the mint. But I will also take this off later and put on the Dior as well so you guys can see for yourself. But so far this Clarins one is looking really nice. I do like that it has a bit more pigmentation than the Dior. So now let's go into these Saie products. I realize in hindsight I probably should have mixed this in with foundation and used the liquid foundation for today to give you guys the best impression of this. But I guess I'll just use this as a highlight today. And so let's first put on this blush. Let me give you guys a swatch, and wow, interesting. It's like basically the same as the lip gloss doe foots. These really big plush doe foots seem to be quite popular nowadays. So I'm just gonna give you guys a little swatch here. Actually pretty decent pigmentation with just a very small amount. Interesting. Very dewy as well. So I'm just gonna add a few small dots to start. I'm not really sure how pigmented this is going to be. And then I'm going in with my BK Beauty 109 brush. This is my current favorite brush for liquid blushes. It basically makes very quick work of them. So let's just blend that in. It's very pretty, kind of everyday rosy flush. Ooh. That's really nice. And actually the amount I applied I think is a pretty good amount. I mean, it's giving me a pretty decent flush, which I'm kind of surprised at because I thought this was going to be a lot less pigmented than the Rare Beauty ones, just given the whole like clean girl aesthetic. I do think it is less pigmented, but not that much less pigmented, I guess. Ooh. I really, really like how it looks on this side. So this is my good cheek for context. This is my bad cheek, but look how pretty that is. Wow. And it just looks so natural and gives a really pretty sheen as well. Ooh, definitely a fan of how this is looking. So I'm gonna let that set for a little bit, and while I'm doing that, I'm actually gonna apply a little bit of powder. So with my Wayne Goss Artist Medium brush, I'm going into my Pat McGrath powder and just putting a little bit of this under my eyes. and around my nose, and just around the forehead. All right, there we go. And I have two brushes that I wanted to try out with you guys. So I got the Rephr number 35 and number 37 brushes in their recent sales. So now there's basically only one Rephr brush, their flagship large powder brush, that I don't have. And I have all the other brushes in their collection, so I wanted to share that with you guys. The 37 is a really fluffy kind of cotton tail brush. It seems like it'll be really nice for powder blush. It's basically a dupe for the Wayne Goss number 13. If you guys have that, it's pretty much the exact same brush. And then the Rephr number 35 is a much smaller brush. I thought it would be more similar to my Zoeva 110 brush, which is one of my favorites for cream and liquid complexion products, but it's actually a lot smaller. So for today's look with the 35, I'm going to use this for some nose contour. So I have here my Romand bronzer. I'm going to just use the deeper shade and then try to run this along the sides of my nose. So it's doing a pretty targeted application. Usually I like a fluffier application. Okay, yeah, not sure how much I like this brush for this purpose. I feel like this brush is probably best for someone who really likes liquid eyeshadows. Maybe I should have actually tried this with my Pat McGrath or Lisa Eldridge liquid eyeshadows. It kind of reminds me of that brush that Westman Atelier has for their cream eyeshadows. Yeah. Okay, not the biggest fan of how that's looking on my nose. I feel like it applied a little bit too much. Let me actually go in with the lighter powder now just to try to even that out a bit. And then let's see, how do I want to use the 37 today's look? Maybe I'll use this actually with the Dior highlighter. But before we do powder highlight, let's first go in with some of this liquid highlighter from Saie. So let me give you guys a swatch of this. Ooh, there we go. So that's what the product looks like here. It's very, very liquidy actually. I'm kind of surprised. So I brought out some comparisons for this product, like the Charlotte Hollywood Flawless Filter and the LYS liquid highlighter, but this is actually a totally different texture. It's very, very liquidy. Let me actually give you guys one more pump just to make sure that it wasn't just like the first pump was very liquidy. Yeah, interesting. It is very, very liquid, very loose. Let me actually see if I apply this on top of the blush, how does this look? Because I really feel like this is more like a base product, like something you would put on your face before makeup instead of on top of makeup. All right, so there it is on top of the blush. Yeah, I feel like it kind of dissolved a little bit of the blush pigment underneath, like it made the blush look a little bit patchy. Yeah, not my favorite on top of other products, I think. Like I feel like now I actually need to go back in with that blush, especially on this side, and just add a little bit more. Going back in with that BK Beauty 101 brush. Yeah, it's also just because it's so liquidy, it doesn't have a very prominent shine either. Like you guys can see, this is 2 pumps and it definitely looks shiny there, but a lot of the shine is just from the liquid itself. So I don't think it stands out the best on its own as a highlighter. Now this blush though definitely stands out. That one additional dot I feel like added a lot of pigment to my face. So let's compare this now with the Hollywood Flawless Filter from Charlotte Tilbury. Give you guys a little swatch of that over here. So you can see this has a lot more base pigment to it and just more body in general. It's a much thicker formulation. And then let's also take some of this LYS Brave highlighter. So this one is a little bit less thick than the Charlotte, but has a lot more shimmer, I would say, than the other two. So here's the LYS, here's the Charlotte, and here's the Saie. This part of the Saie, the lower part, has kind of dried a bit, so you can start to see more of the sheen that it leaves. The top part is still very, very wet. All right, so I'll definitely have to try out that Saie liquid highlighter on another day. I'll probably put it just all over my face before foundation instead of trying to layer it on top like I did today. So now let's go into this Dior highlighter. I probably honestly need to film a separate video giving this a bit more time and attention because I feel like my cheeks are so glowy already. There's not a lot of space for this to add more glow to my face, but let me give you guys some swatches at least. So here we have the white highlight, very, very bright white. Then we have the golden highlight over here, very smooth, creamy formula. And then we have the pink one. Ooh, wow, very pretty. That actually swatches like an eyeshadow. And then finally, this brown one. Whew, all right, here we go. Isn't that pretty? So this is 01 Universal. So I think regardless of what skin tone you have, at least one of these will work for you. So this is a baked formula, meaning that the product is a bit harder to pick up. So one thing I noticed the first time I used this, which I used this actually when I first got this in the mail, so this is not completely a first impression, but even though when you see the swatches, the pigmentation's pretty high, when you put it on your cheek, especially as a highlighter, you actually don't see a ton of difference in color between these four because you're just taking a very small amount of the product. Of course, you could build it up a ton like I did in these swatches and get more pigmentation, but typically that's probably not how you're going to wear this, so I did want to flag that. For today's look though, I'm going to keep this really simple. I'm just going to take a little bit of this mid-tone shade over here, run it kind of like on my forehead just to add a little bit of luminosity there. If you guys can see that, it's actually pretty luminous. I don't know if I would normally put so much highlight on my forehead, but I feel like my cheeks already have too much highlight. But can you guys see that? It just has a little bit of shine now on my forehead. Then taking the middle one, I'm going to just run that along my nose. Give it a bit of highlight. Whew, okay, that's quite a bright highlight actually. Wow. And whatever's left, I'm just going to put on my chin over here. Let me know if you guys would be interested in a follow-on video about this product. I definitely need to play around with it more, see like how much I can use this all over the face on a day when I don't have so much glow already. So now let's get back into lips. At this point, the Clarins Lip Oil has kind of settled down more. It's not as shiny as it was when I first applied it. I can still get a faint whiff though of that sort of like fruit candy taste. So just so you know, if you are very sensitive to fragrances or tastes, I do think the Dior one is less fragranced. But the Clarins one overall has a lighter weight feel on the lips. The Dior feels very thick on the lips, so you'll definitely feel something hugging your lips, whereas the Clarins kind of doesn't really feel like I have anything on my lips, even though my lips feel very comfortable still. So let me just take this off so we can go into the lip liner. So now let's open up this LYS lip liner. It's very cute. It comes in this like triangular packaging. Everything has this triangle motif from LYS. The lip pencil itself also has a triangular shape, which is quite unique. And this is the shade Rise Above. So it's a pretty deep berry shade. So let's just put this on my lips. It's sharpened to be quite sharp at the moment. I'm not used to my lip liner being so precise. Alrighty, so here it is on the perimeter of my lips. Let's fill it in a bit as well. The reason I picked this up is because recently I've been really liking sort of more cool-toned mauvey looks, and I figured a shade like this would go with a lot of those looks. So I left the center empty. Let's see if mixing this with the Dior Lip Oil looks good. So let's put this on. And this is what the Dior Lip Oil's doe foot looks like, by the way. Here they are side by side. This one that's more red is the Clarins, and this one is the Dior. They are quite similar. I think the Dior one is just a little bit softer. Okay, here it is rubbed together, and there was a ton of pigmentation from that lip liner, so I feel like my entire lips now just kind of look like the color of the lip liner. But I feel like it overall looks pretty good. You can see the Dior Lip Oil is quite shiny. It also has a subtle, like very minute amount of tingling from the minty sensation, but it's not a lip plumper. So unlike, say, the Lawless Lip Oil, which I tried recently, which definitely plumps your lips, this one just makes them look plumper through the glossiness. And also, in case you guys are curious, here are swatches of Dior Mahogany and Clarins Cherry. So here we have the overall final look. What do you guys think? On the whole, I am quite pleased with today's face of makeup. I think everything coheres really nicely. I would say that I really enjoyed the Saie blush. I think this is super pretty. Definitely can see myself using this on an everyday basis. Reminds me a lot of the Rare Beauty blush, but maybe just a little bit more glowy and a tiny bit less pigmented. So this Saie highlighter was not a hit upon initial impression, but I think the way I used it today was not really well suited to it. So I'm definitely gonna have to use this as sort of like a hydrating, illuminating primer and see how it works like that. So definitely stay tuned for another video with this product. I really enjoyed both of these lip oils and excited to continue trying them out and film a more full comparison review once I've really gathered my thoughts about these. But I would also love to hear in the comments what you guys think about these two, because I feel like they've been really popular recently and everyone has some thoughts about them. And then in terms of this Dior highlighter palette, I'm still collecting my thoughts on this. I know today I really wasn't able to demo it very effectively, so I'll definitely have to demo it for you guys in another video. So far, I think it's a really nice highlighter formula. In general, I'm a huge fan of baked gelée formulas. I haven't used it though in a way that has really wowed me yet, or really kind of leveraged the fact that there's 4 distinct shades. So I'm gonna have to continue playing around with that and film some additional content for you guys. So that's it in terms of my Sephora haul. So now let's get into the giveaway details. So for context, this is just my second giveaway that I've done. The first one was honestly very much a learning experience, because I learned the hard way that giveaways are kind of messy to run, because whenever you put up giveaway in your title, suddenly like a bunch of people start commenting on your videos that have never like commented on videos before, and then it's kind of hard to tell if they actually are your viewers or just people who are looking for giveaways to enter. And then you also get a lot of spam and a lot of bots that suddenly appear. And so I'm hoping to keep this giveaway a little bit more on the down low, so it's really just those of you who actually watch my videos rather than just, you know, random folks who are coming in for the giveaway. So in order to enter the giveaway, you must be subscribed to my YouTube channel and also follow me on Instagram. I know I don't really post a lot there, but that's the only way that I can actually reach out to you. So please follow me on Instagram as well. It's at eritayan.beauty. And then in the comments of this video, please comment your favorite type of beauty YouTube content. So this can be like new release videos, get ready with me, shop my stash, monthly favorites, will I buy it, anything like that. Really any sort of format. It doesn't have to be a format that I personally do. I'm just curious for you guys what kind of content you love the most out of the whole beauty space. And so that way I can also get a better sense of what kind of content I might want to experiment with. Please also in your comment include your Instagram handle, so that way I can reach out to you via that handle and get your shipping information and ship you the box. This giveaway is sort of a belated celebration of reaching 2,000 subscribers, so thank you all so much for supporting my channel, for subscribing, for watching my content. It's been a really great 2 years so far on YouTube, and I hope my channel will continue to grow and you guys will continue to watch and support my content. Thank you all so much for watching today's video, and if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't already, please subscribe. Thank you all so much for joining me today, and I'll catch you next time. Bye!